They kicked me out of my own live stream. It was getting intense. The community was growing, and they kicked me out of it. I don't know why. Like, what is this? Like, hold on. It's just an interesting situation. Like, they're literally constantly playing with me at this moment in time. I don't even know what the hell is going on. Like, why are they doing this? It's wild. All right. Bro, do you see this, chat? Do you see this? Come on. We read one comment and they already going for me. That's insane. Oh my God. That was getting intense, right? We read one comment, one historically accurate comment, and then that's insane. Oh man, I have to be a little bit more diplomatic. I don't know what happened. They just kicked me out. The whole app just kicked out. Ah, Jesus Christ. Welcome to the broadcast. Nurse Nessie, what's up? Unless people reported you on the low. I don't know. Nothing happened. I didn't get a strike. They just literally kicked me out of the app. The live stream was still going on. I started a brand new one. Please tap up the screen. Let's build up the likes in this live stream. Let's get this thing started again. Whew, I can't believe this happened, bro. We were getting real into it. We started learning a lot of different things about the historical accuracy of a Black American history on Black History Month. So I hope you guys are enjoying this particular conversation. Double tap that screen. And when I say double tap the screen, I literally mean, like, seriously, double tap, like tap your screen 2 times, and it'll give this live stream a like. Good job. So go like this on your screen, pop, pop, and it should give, or triple tap or whatever, and it should give the live stream a like at this moment in time. You look like that guy. What guy? What guy do I look like? Let me know. I need to know. Actually, I need to put something on my lips because my lips is actually getting a little bit dry. We're answering a couple of comments. Damn, where's the members at? Can you guys hear me perfectly fine though right now as of everything? Like, can y'all hear me perfectly fine? Diabolically, a legend. Adonis, what's up? Vince Staples? All right, where's everybody from? Comment in the chat where you guys are from real quick. We are here. Kimberly, okay, perfect. My members are here. What is that? This is Elizabeth Arden. It's actually an 8-hour cream that I use. It's a skincare brand. You can use it for almost anything and everything. I use it for lips and face. Whenever I go to sleep, I put on a face. Actually, I might even put on a face mask today. I need to do my skincare tonight. I've been drinking a lot of water. Wisconsin is in the building. Portland, Oregon is in the building. KC is in the building. Dallas, Texas is in the building. Augusta, Georgia. That's where my father's from. Oakland, California is in the building. Welcome to the broadcast. Oakland, California. Welcome to the ride. You are hereditary American, and Nick Fuentes is not. I don't know about that. I don't really think we should be talking about him. New Orleans is in the building. Welcome to the broadcast. Guys, I smoke weed. You think that will help my lips? That's crazy. One thing I never wanted to have was black lips from smoking weed. But I don't smoke right now. I haven't smoked weed in like a long ass time, to be honest with you. To be honest, no shade though, but I just haven't. Guys, we are at 18 likes in this live stream. We just started this live over again because we got kicked out of our live stream. Can you do me a favor? Do me a solid. Double tap the screen or click the heart at the bottom right to give this live stream a like. We're almost at 20 likes. We're 40 people into the broadcast. Don't smoke that weed. Do you eat powdered laundry detergent? Side note, you're a real one, bro. Compton native here, and I used to watch New York Light Feed battles. Two Real Boys was big. So when I heard that Jay What tag, I was like, oh, nah, bro was in the field for real. Ah! Nah, bro. Hold on. Nah, I respect that. I respect that. That's how you know culture right there. I watched your last video. That was very hard, especially when I never gave you a chance to talk. Especially when they never gave you a chance. Exactly. Big fan. I appreciate it. Seriously, listen, I really do appreciate it. No, for real, seriously. All right. I really do keep spreading the truth. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate every single person that's watching these videos that are subscribed to this channel. Even more, like seriously, I try my best. Like I'm gonna keep it as real as possible. Hold on, hold on. It's too aggressive. Something soothing. Look, I try my best as much as possible on every single time I go up to these platforms and I'm having these conversations. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a little nervous on every single time I have one of these conversations with these Africans and Caribbeans because I never know where the conversation is gonna go. And I never think in my head when I have these conversations that I'm a know-it-all or I know everything at all. So I'm always like going up there thinking to myself, at any moment in time, this could be the time that they catch me. You know, this is gonna be the time where they catch me in a situation. I can't let my ego or my pride get to a particular way. And I try not to whenever I make any of these videos, whenever I shoot this stuff, and whenever I have these conversations. So um, there's a couple of things I want to address before we start answering a couple of things, a couple of different things. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are as passionate about these talking points and these topics as I am. I like having these historically accurate conversations. I think it's very important. I'm not uppity. I just understand. Hear what I'm saying. I'm not uppity. I just understand when I'm dealing with people's grandparents and I'm dealing with people's great grandparents, I have to conduct myself in a particular way that represents those type of people. For so long, they've been sitting down saying, oh, we're aggressive, we're this, we're that. So if that is the talking point that they're going to constantly keep talking about us, then I'm going to give them every opportunity to not paint me in that position and not paint the people that I grew up admiring in that particular position. I'm going to talk as if I have class and patience. And even when they're talking over me and even when they're cutting off everything I do, I'm still going to conduct myself in a way that is congruent to the Black American history and lineage that I grew up knowing, you know? So I appreciate every single person that watches these videos and gives it an open mind and an open-minded perspective. I try my best to give a different side of these talking points in these situations, and I conduct myself. For the people that want to support content like this, I feel like I wish I had Black American content creators who showed many different, or Black representatives who showed many different layers of how you can conduct yourself as a Black man, especially online when I was growing up, and I didn't. So I'm gonna be that person so younger generation can sit down and watch these videos, get educated on how to properly respond, and also understand how to conduct themselves while responding to ignorance. If you want to support channels like this, you could donate in the super chat. If you're gonna donate in the super chat, comment a message, write a message in your donation so we can actually respond back to your donation in the super chat. For the people that are watching, don't hesitate to become a member. Join and become a member. It'll definitely help with the growth of this particular channel. Yes, you sure did. Hey, Beauty Marley. Welcome to the live stream, Beauty Marley. Oh my God. This is just crazy. And I understand, like, because this is definitely what man in that there is definitely a white man in that body. A white man or a white man in my body? There's a white man in my body, you think? I'm asking you. How are you today? Actually, today I'm pretty good. I'm pretty fine over right. I'm just trying to grab a couple of different things. This guy said there was a white man in my body. Every time my brother talked proper, you think a white man? You think there's a white man in my body? That's crazy. I only so was Malcolm X a white man in his body? Was Martin Luther King a white man in his body? I generally don't understand, you know? Why do you have this bro found out the one white now white one he found out he's 1% white, now he act like this? Actually, to be honest with you, um, I didn't find that I was 1% white and now I act like this. I'm just not in a place in my life where I'm starving. So I have to act like an animal. I'm not struggling at this moment in time from a mental, emotional perspective. I'm not in fear or insecure. So I don't have to go into other people's lives and try to belittle them to make myself feel important or better. I don't have to be here. I choose to be here. You have nothing else better to do with your life. So you sit down and come here and try to make me feel some type of way because I know how to articulate myself and use what you think are very big words, but I don't think they're very big words. All right. I went to public school. I'm from New York City. I have a smart ass mouth, pause, you know? So instead of using fucking shit and all this different type of stuff, my mother raised me and told me that people who curse only curse because they have nothing else better to say, you know? And I have plenty of other words to say than calling you fucking stupid. All right? So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Anyways, just a little clarification. Star, the comments. My bro said he not starving. Let me hold something. It's called in very small vocabulary. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what it is. My community supports me. I'm a content creator. This is what I do for my life. This is my job. Every membership that joins, every view that I get on my channel, it all funds the life out I'm doing. This is not something that came overnight. I've been in this game for about 8 to 9 years now, aggressively in the last 4 or 5 years. So like, look at my views, look at my platform, look at my community, look at each person that supports this content, that becomes a member. That's why I always encourage you guys, one member away. We're one member away from being in an even better position. We're one member away from even doing more greater things. It's one member away. At any moment in time, a membership is only $5, bro. And you get access to getting your badges here. You get access to the members only content. You get access to so many different things. You get your face featured on the profile picture, on my profile page. When you go to my page, it says shout outs to the members, and you see people's bubbles in my page. You get featured on the channel. $5. All you got to do is click the link. You can also donate in the super chat. Leave your membership, donate in the super chat. Do you mean Africans are rewriting American history, quote revision American history? No, I mean that Africans are trying to rewrite Black American history. That's what it comes down to. I've been just like they're trying to rewrite Black American history. They're trying to be on social media and re-educate people in a different way. They're thinking that the term African American is Africans who migrated to America and are African American. They're trying to become. They're thinking that the African Americans who created such significant feats in America were not the foundational Black Americans. They don't know or understand the concept of foundational Black Americans, so they fear it. They call it a whole bunch of King Waffles. What's good, my guy? What's good, my guy? So that's what it comes down to. So from my perspective, when I sit down and I use the word African American, I don't really like the term African American personally. I just think it creates too much confusion because African who migrates into America at this moment in time and have children, their children are going to be technically called African American. So they feel like they're attached to that particular lineage of people, like the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, and all these different type of people, the Muhammad Ali's and stuff like that. And I don't think they're justified to be associated with those particular people. So I would respectfully always I'm a foundational Black American. I'm a Black American. And that's a difference that I make it is easier, So yeah. You're making that money and living. That's awesome. I'm not really making money from this. I'm losing a lot of opportunities from doing this type of content on a consistent basis. I don't when you sit down and say like you're making money, no, a lot of people, especially brands and stuff like that, see this as a problematic or controversial talking point. So although you enjoy these topics and you feel great because you have somebody in the field on the international level who's like pushing back and trying to stay on code with Black American education, for me, as somebody who has a page that's almost at 300,000 subscribers, which I got to this following account before I even started doing this, I was already a popular creator. I've lost a lot of opportunities because I'm talking about the historically accurate facts. This is why I always incentivize my audience, yo, become members, donate in the super chat, because this is like, I don't have to worry about brand deals. I don't have to worry about other things. I can keep doing this stuff if my community supports me to do this stuff. If you want me to handle this, then okay, I can handle this. I can get this stuff done. But as soon as I feel like it's financially not making sense and I'm losing too much at this moment in time, then I have to stop and clean house. And that's one of the reasons I took a break before. Um, but that's why I sit down and tell people, like, bro, become a member. Like, we could go at this. I could go to Africa and have this conversation. One thing I always thought, like, shit, you know. Well, wow, thanks for letting us know. Yeah, this is very problematic content. Like, a lot of brands don't like this type of stuff. They don't like me, like, saying on Black American this. They don't. It's not helping my algorithm. My CPM is not good right now. I'm losing a lot of money right now just from doing this type of stuff. So, and plus it's 3:00 in the morning and I'm talking to you guys right now. I'm sticking to hearing that word African American, Afro Caribbean, Afro. In my opinion, you're going to get big enough to be invited on different panels to speak. I don't really want, to be honest with you, I don't want to turn into a Tariq Nasheed, and I don't want to turn into a Dr. Umar. I don't want to turn into a Tariq Nasheed. I don't want to turn into a Dr. Umar. I'm just an informative content creator that's learning the journey and learning history at the same time. I don't feel like I'm a civil rights activist, and I like talking about these topics. And I see that I have a community of people who enjoys these topics. We've reached 128 members at this moment in time. We're working our way up. But at the same time, I do understand, like, if I was doing more entertainment content, like right now we got 74 people in the broadcast. We haven't got not one super chat donation. We have not got one membership, and we only got 39 likes in this live stream. So then I sit down and I think to myself, as a content creator, because this is how I break down the strategical strategy of all of this, like, is the analytics right? Do the analytics make sense of all of this? Is it progressively moving forward? Could I be making hundreds of thousands of views if I drop, it's all about that type of stuff. So yeah, you know. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. And this is what I tell people all the time. I'm like, bro, like, I don't like, I understand that people like different type of entertainment. You know what I mean? So like, that's cool. All of this is all great, but I understand people like different types of entertainment, and I don't. It all comes down to what you want to be remembered as. You know what I mean? So yeah. Ma 893, ma, you already know the deal, ma. You were supposed to leave a message, a comment, something. Yo, guys, like my super chat donation in the broadcast right now, please, big fella. I want to see how many likes we can actually get on my super chat donation. So give her a like on that super chat donation. It's with a $10 super chat donation. Hold on, with a $10 super chat donation. Cause she know that we got belt to ass this year. This year, I even want to head back to London this year. I'm thinking about flying to London for like a month. I'm thinking about it and doing interviews. I'm thinking about flying to London for like a month and like going to Brixton or South London. I'm new to this. Nah, you an OG, ma. Don't say that. You got the old. You see that badge that you got right there? She got an OG badge, legendary right now. Not many people got that. Everybody got other badges. That's one of the top tier badges. That's one of the top tier. 11 likes, ma. I'm giving you a like on that as well, in a heart. Yeah, let's answer a couple comments. Here we go. Let's take it. VE9Q, thanks for making this content. VE9Q with the $15 super chat said, I'm going to do better than mine. Guys, give VE9Q a like on this particular live stream. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gift. I appreciate the positivity. I appreciate the acknowledgement at this moment in time. I'm very curious to what is it about these videos or this content that you actually enjoy. I honestly don't know what it is. I can only read the comments, and then a lot of people just say what they say on these perspectives, but I don't know what gravitates you to like this type of content or this channel, and I'm really trying to understand that as a creator. You know, Here's a comment from Ebony Blaze. Guys, the people in the live stream, if you're watching this and you see people donate in a super chat, give those people a likes on those donations. You can literally click the thumbs up on their donations. We should have way more people liking that stuff. Don't be a passive person. A lot of people, when it comes down to this type of content, a lot of people, which I fucking hate, bro, is they talk a lot of shit, but they're not really about action. A lot of people sit down and they say, oh, all this extra shit, but when it comes down to actually making shit happen, all they want to do is type and fucking argue in comment sections to other people and no real life actions. I respect leaders. We are a leader group. We are a warrior group. We're not one of those people that follow other people. Nah. What the Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What? What? Nurse Nessie with a $20 donation says, I want to become a member, but I know it will only serve as distraction for me. Can't be on here all the time, but God bless. Keep creating. What? How would it be a distraction for you? You could have got a membership with the $5. With the $5, you would have had a green name and a badge every time you commented on the YouTube video. Every time. You just paid more. Hold on. But I appreciate it. But you're gonna be distracted anyway. I'm popping out videos every day actually. Hold up. Simply Danielle, oh my God, what's up, chat? I had a feeling you were alive, but it's belt to ass all 2026. Thank you for the shout out yesterday too. Simply Danielle came into the broadcast yesterday, donated, and told me that her daughter got onto the honor roll. Young Black American girl got onto the honor roll, and I had to show up and show out. She recorded the reaction and posted it on his story and tagged me in it. I seen it and I was dead. I am not gonna lie. And your daughter, she's sitting there laughing. I was like, big fella. Yo, I was dead. No funny shit. Like, seriously, I was dead. Chris, welcome to the broadcast. Another member's in the chat. V, you should have been a member. I don't know what's going on. Nurse Nessie, you see, that's what I'm saying. But I'll be way too invested. You should be invested. This is good content. But your name would be so easy for me to see. You see Nurse Nessie. So it took me so many to find. VE9Q, you could have been a member. Chris was easy to see. Everybody else's comments, it's so difficult for me to see your comment because you don't have that green badge. And I'm not gassing you, gang. I'm telling you the truth. I see your comments. We stay cracking up at your content because I don't know. I'm not gonna front. I was a little embarrassed when I seen that video. I was like, bro, I'm a hella goofy, bro. I'm a hella goofy, bro. All right, here we go. Let's get into this comment that I seen on my page real quick. Jesus Christ. I'm way too goofy. I was a little embarrassed. Oh, man. That was crazy. Here we go. Lafa, I'm med student. I literally can't be here too often. You here every day talking about, no, you gonna be here. Well, hey, you're gonna keep saying that, but you're gonna keep popping up because the videos are just outrageously diabolical. For the other people that's in the broadcast, don't hesitate to become a member. Join the content, join the community, support your brother. All right. Here's a comment. Check it out. It's by Ebony Blaze 100. Listen to this. There would not be any black people without foundational black people, Black American people. Why do Africans think delineation means love lost for Africans or dislike Africa? First, y'all. That's wrong. Y'all feel insulted being considered or linked. Oh, first, y'all felt insulted and being considered or linked to Black Americans, maintaining our own American history and not only allowing it to become a blended, mixed or spoken or incorrectly. What are you? I can't read this. This is like, some people get so angry in the comments that they write that I can't, like, they just, here's a different one. Queen Empress 2541 said, they speak from ignorance, rumors, and the emotions that their ignorance and rumors cause them to feel. The first thing, intelligent urges is non-biased research. Intelligent people do not want to rely on anyone dictating to them what to think, how to view the world, or how to process. Intelligent people understand the game of chess. Yes, in chess, no matter who you're playing, you are truly playing against yourself. Exactly. You must see every possible angle. You must first understand the move, then make the move. Oh my God, this is long. Pay attention. This is long. I just picked one. All right, hold on. This is very long. Oh my God. Chat. Chat, do you see how long this is? Oh my God. Hold on. Produced by Lou. What's up, man? Well, member in the chat. Holy moly. Damn. Exactly. Here we go. Fuck. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to lock in. I'm gonna try to lock in, big fella. All right, here we go. In chess, no matter who you're playing, you're truly playing against yourself. You must see every possible angle. You must first understand the move, then make the move. These people see one angle, and that angle is what their mama told them, and what their friend told them, and what their village told them. They know absolutely nothing outside of that bubble. That's why in 2026, in the world of all sorts of technology, they're still being colonized. A tether told me that Africa is down bad because of Western colonization. I told her a metaphoric story. I said, okay, let's say Mr. Blue needs wood. And your wood, I will give you 1,000 for 3 wagons of wood. Your king smiles all the way down to his soul. His smile is so wide, his lips meet to the back of his head. Your king says, yes, yes, Mr. Blue Man. You can have 3 wagons of wood for 1,000. Mr. Blue Man writes up the receipt, loads up his 3 wagons with wood, and leaves. Mr. Blue Man takes the wood and builds a house and a store. The king has the 1,000 and leaves the village. He returns and he's dressed in a beautiful silk and gold crown and beautiful slippers. He's very happy. Some time passes and Mr. Blue Village has become popular. He returns to the village of abundant wood. He says to the king, I will give you $1,000 for 10 wagons of wood. The king smiles, his big old wide smile, and says, yes, yes, Mr. Blue, you can have 10 wagons of wood for 1,000. Mr. Blue writes up the receipt, gives the king 1,000, loads up his gives the king $1,000, loads up his 10 wagons for wood. Mr. Blue returns to the village. He builds more houses, a hospital, a school, another store. The king is so happy with his 1,000, he leaves his village. When he returned, he has a beautiful clothes for his queen, a beautiful golden crown. Simply Danielle with the 5 gifted in the chat. Hold on. Simply Danielle with the 5 gifted in the chat. 5 people just got awarded memberships. Vibing with, hold on. The Cat Y2D got a 5 gift, got a gifted. Vibe with Dan 511, G Style Media, Tony Oliver, and Arrow Robson just got gifted a membership. Can we get a W in the chat for Danielle? Can we get a W's in the chat? Mr. Jackson. Oh, Mr. Jackson, she coming for you, gang. Wait, what? Mr. Jackson sent a foaming fingers. Ah, Mr. Jackson, she coming for you. W's in the chat for Danielle. Chat. W in the chat, man. She just gave y'all 5 gifted right there. Appreciate you. Sheesh. Hold on. Mr. Jackson with the 10 memberships gifted. Little super folks. Kiki Petite Petty. Hold on. Between Around TV. Blanche XO. Cam 10. New Kicks. Millennia 144. Oh, 21205 branch. Thomas Helps. Received a membership in Dukes Fokels. Received a membership. 10 new memberships donated by another gifter in the chat, big fella. 10 new memberships. Chat. What? W's in the chat for Mr. Jackson, chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat, bro. He just he just came at Danielle head top. He said, "Stop playing with me, Danielle." That's cold black American excellence. W's in the chat, big fella. Everybody in the broadcast. You just got a couple of memberships, people in the broadcast. Let me finish this story. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you so much for interacting with us. All right. Let me just read it. I'm gonna chill. And donated, gifted. Here we go. All right, listen. Oh, Chris Bailey with the $50 super chat donation. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh, he shut all y'all down. He said, Chris Bailey says, watching for a few years now, just got back from overseas. Military. Keep spreading the truth and educating. We need more of that this day and age. Shout outs to you. Chris Bailey with the $50 donate. Chris, you should have been, Chris, you could have been a member, bro. You could have been a member. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate you. You're a true legend. You see us smiling from ear to ear. I'm smiling from ear to ear. From ear to ear. Smiling from ear to ear. I love y'all, but can you please let me finish the story? All right. Sorry. No. If you want to, listen. If you want to impress me, do it again. Here we go. Let me finish this story. All right, calm down. It's a long ass story. Mr. Blue returns to his village of abundant wood. He says to the king, hold on, chat. I really need to. It's a long ass story. It's interesting too. He returns to his village of abundant wood. He says to the king, I will give you $1,000 for 10 wagons of wood. The king smiles his big old wide smile and says, yes, Mr. Blue, you can have 10 wagons of wood for $1,000. Mr. Blue writes up the receipt, gives the king $1,000, loads up his 10 wagons of wood. Mr. Blue returns to his village. He builds more houses, a hospital, a school, and another store. The king is so happy with his 1,000, he leaves his village. When he returns, he has a beautiful clothes for his queen, a beautiful golden crown, and many, many shoes and slippers. One day, a strong, horrible storm hits the village of abundant wood. Rain, flood, and more rain. All the mud huts sink. Hold on. Joe the Boss. Joe the Boss says, with a $5 donation, ask ChatGPT how Europeans explorers like Verrazano, De Soto, Cortez, or Columbus describe the physical appearance of Indians they encountered.
Hey there, how can I help you today? Let me know what's on your mind. Sure, European explorers often describe the indigenous peoples they encountered in quite varied ways. For instance, Verrazano, who traveled along the eastern coast of North America in the 1520s, noted the Native Americans as being well built and of a copper color. De Soto in the 1540s described them as having dark skin and being generally tall and well proportioned. Cortez, who arrived in Mexico in the early 1500s, often wrote about the Aztecs as being of medium height and described them as having dark hair and a copper toned complexion. Columbus, during his voyages, generally described the Taino people as being of a reddish brown complexion and of a gentle demeanor. These descriptions were often influenced by the explorer's own cultural perspective.
King Waffles. Not balling like them, but I'ma support you to the end, big fella. Waffles. True legend. With 10 likes to King Waffles donation. As I'm sitting here all heartbroken and motivated by my community, Mr. Jackson comes in and says, $100, Mr. Blue. Keep doing what you do, man. I'll be traveling soon, starting with Japan, then a round trip in Europe. Keep it up, spit the knowledge. Bless, brother. I might have to pop over to Japan as well, Mr. Blue. Maybe get some ramen. I called him. I called him Mr. Blue, Mr. Jackson. Thank you so much, my guy. W's in the chat for Big Baller, Mr. Jackson, and W's and big W's in the chat for King Waffles. He said, I'm coming in with the syrup, Mr. Blue bringing the waffles. Man, why you gotta do, yo, Mr. Blue, Chris Bailey, I'm sorry. Chris Bailey, I'm sorry. He seen you drop that 50. Mr. Blue said, stop it, big fella. It's not happening today. Chris Bailey dropped a 50. We was like, oh, Mr. Big Bucks, Chris. And then Jackson came in and said, stop it, big fella. Not today. He said, I'm going to get all these Black American women in the chat today. He said, you've been in the military too long. I've been selling those DRUGs for a while. Paid it full. I follow you because I also travel and have friends abroad who before me had certain views on Black Americans. I like that you inform them of the truth and expose their prejudices. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's very important, and I think this is the reason why. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to start any war. I'm not trying to start any war. I'm just saying that's what he told me, big fella. All right. Um, it's important for me not to, and this is why I do this. All right, listen, because I got to get back to this story. It's very long, and it's actually a really good story. If you agree that this is actually a really interesting story, comment true in the chat. But I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys for donating the live stream and becoming a member. I really do. Thank you so much for being as legendary as possible. And you see my smile from ear to ear. From ear to ear, big fella. From ear to ear, big fella. You know? I'm trying to hear the story, man. I'll try my best. It is a good story. This person really wrote down. Hold on. Let me get to this story real quick. That's getting hilarious. All right, hold on. Please don't forget to double tap the screen to build up the likes. And at any moment, you could donate and become Mr. Jackson Lava. You lightweight violating. This is about to become a donation wars. Word. Word. At any moment in time, you could donate and become a member on the channel. I'll definitely be shouting you out. Here we go. A strong, horrible storm hits the village of abundant wood. Rain, rain, floods, and more rain. All the mud hut sinks. Everything washes away into the storm. Even villagers died. The king and queen's beautiful clothes were all dirty and muddy. The village cried for their losses and began building their mud huts again. One day, a man from Mr. Blue's village comes to the king. He says, "My employer, Mr. Blue, sent me to offer you $1,000 for 500 wagons of wood." The king smiles his big smile and said, "Yes, I was hoping for you. You're such a blessing. God has saved me, Jackson." And Chris Bailey, Mr. Jackson. Then the man asked the king if some men in his village could help him get the wood back home. The king ordered 10 men to go with the man and him to get the 500 wagons of wood home. The man gave the king a receipt and $1,000. When the man arrived to Mr. Blue's village, they were stunned, shocked. They couldn't believe their eyes. Tall buildings everywhere, wooden homes, stores that had everything in them: food, vegetables, ice cream. However, the king left his village to go shopping for more beautiful silks, fabrics, and crowns for himself and his queen. When the king returned to his village, when the king returned, his village was in ruins. Again, a storm. He dropped to the ground and cried. The 10 men returned. They were angry. They said, "You're no king. You're a fool. You sold our protection from the storm. You sold our future. We built nothing solid. Mr. Blue built a strong village. You built nothing." Each time Mr. Blue returned, he took more for the same. The king didn't understand. It was just wood. What use can wood, other than to cook food? Moral to the story: don't blame the ones who sees value. Blame the fool that values nothing. Joe the Boss, I just gave you a dagger, my boy. All those European explorers said the Indians were black before they got here. On the official records, keep those receipts. Sorry. You know, I love the fact that she sat here and really wrote down this very detailed story. And it was very descriptive, very articulative, and it was a really good lesson. And it made me self-reflect in a moment of time, at this moment in time, to wonder if there's anything that I have that I don't see value in, that I'm taking for granted. What am I looking over? And this is the reason why. This is the reason why I always come into these conversations looking to be educated. This is the reason why when I make these videos and you watch these videos, I'm always reading, and this is why I do these live streams. I do these live streams because I get to read some of you guys' interesting comments. Very detailed, descriptive, you know. I really have a very educational community who's really intelligent. You guys are very intelligent. Even when you understand that you probably think, oh no, it's like, nah, you come from a background of a lot of different experiences, and I've been in Europe for a while. The experiences that we dealt with in our lives, predominantly living in America, molds you into something that they've never been able to experience out here in Europe. There's something special about you. And you have to believe that. You have to understand that compared to everybody else out here in Europe, I'm telling you, you have something special. They're missing something. There's something missing. All right? I've been out here and abroad for Europe for a while, and that's the only thing I miss about being in America is the mentality of the people. There's something about having some type of motivation, some passion, resilience that comes with you, that makes you unique, that makes you special. It's something that out here they don't have, or they don't appreciate. So it's something. Wow. The person who wrote this very descriptive comment, it was wrote 12 minutes ago. It's Queen Empress 2541. It's in the comment section of my recent YouTube video. It's a very long comment. And it starts with her saying, and she has 146 subscribers. I'm going to leave and I'm going to comment. Wow. I just read this on live. Wow. All right. That just took the cake. I got so sidetracked. Damn. I appreciate it. The guy is the second brain. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna read another. I'm gonna read one more comment. I'm looking for another long one. Here we go. Here's another comment, and then I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna answer your questions that you have. You know, I'm gonna answer your questions in the chat. Hold on. Africans don't hate us. They hate themselves. No way would I ever want to be called a Nigerian or a South African, because that's not where I'm from, nor where my history lays. Let me also make myself clear. I'm not speaking about Africans on the continent. I'm talking about those who decide to immigrate to another land. It's those Africans who have identity issues. It's them trying to make themselves feel better for attaching themselves to us. I could represent a Nigerian in their culture. I could represent a Nigerian in their culture, but they think they can be us and represent us. It's always the immigrants trying to make our history and story the same as theirs. It's the only way they sleep well at night. His name was Snickerdoodle that wrote that. Queen Ivory 8600 said, collectively, they seem to lack comprehension skills. Yes. Here's another comment. 1115 key. It's funny that they say that we don't care about delineation, but literally are having panels about FBA subject matters while living in other countries with not a single actual Black American in the panel. It seems your obsession with foundational Black American. It seems you're obsessed with foundational Black Americans. Also, for the billionth time, 23andMe and these other DNA test kits have been exposed. They are for entertainment purposes only. And you know why they are for entertainment purposes only? Because they don't have enough DNA markers for all of the types of people that make up some of us. So, as a result, they can say their results are absolute. They can't say their results are absolute. They have to say that they are entertainment because if they don't, and let's say you use them for some form of legal reason to show DNA and it was not accurate when compared to another DNA company, you could falsehood and sue. So they have to tell the truth, which is they are low-key scamming people, DNA and your dollars, because unless you are a cut and dry case, they really can't help you. So you've heard so many comments, so much love, so many statements of people who are Black Americans. Are you Greek? That's a comment I just read randomly. What should I say? How should I behave while interacting with these international melanated people? I'm confused. I'm conflicted. I try my best to have articulative communication conversations. They only want to debate and argue. I don't know why. Why would they want to argue? What is there that they will win by arguing? What is the winning point out of this situation from saying that? Why is it not possible for Black Americans to be completely isolated and separate from these other melanated people? What is the obsession with trying to control our history and our story? Why must they educate us on the history and story that we've lived and passed through our multiple generations? Emotional damage. You see, I'm watching this channel, not Fox News. Get educated. Most of the time I have these conversations. Hold on. I've been talking for a little bit of time. Now I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to actually leave your comments, ask me questions pertaining to any questions that you had pertaining to the talking point. And don't forget to show your love, not your anger. If I miss your comment, I'm so sorry. You can donate in the super chat and write your question, and we will start a discussion based on your particular question that you have at that moment in time. At any moment in time, you could donate in the super chat, write your question in the donation, and it will pop up on the screen with a banner, and we'll be able to discuss. Mr. Jackson, hold on. Mr. Jackson with a $20 super chat donation, just like Mr. Jackson did right here. Stop me in my tracks. And he says, because our delineation causes them to be treated differently by white Americans. Some like to feed off our success, while others support our differences. If you guys agree with Mr. Jackson's, give that super chat donation a like. There's 8 people that liked it. I'm going to be the 9th person. And I encourage you guys to everybody to like that super chat donation. Right now, big fella. Like that super chat donation. Larissa. Sit the floating heart. Larissa. Oh, one of the original OGs. And Jeff is in the building. What's up, Jeff? My name Jeff. Oh, nah, yeah, I told you, Chris. He coming for it. Oh, well, hell nah, Mr. Jackson, Miss War. Listen, listen, Chris, big fella. He's trying to make an impression. You dropped 50, he dropped 100 and another 20. and gifted memberships. I don't know, bro. Mr. Jackson wins. Oh, chat, say it now. I believe in Chris. Chris said it's whoa. I believe in Chris. My brother named Chris. So I believe in Chris. And my brother was in the Navy. And I know military people don't like to give up. Did you used to get light? Yeah, I did. That's why my name Crash. You know? Adonis, Crash. What is that? Boom. Ooh. What is that? Boom. Boom. I wanna. Let's go. Chill. Spanky. Spanky. Ooh. Chill. Chill. Let me stop. Oh, I could tell by the music. Yeah. I used to what? I used to dance. Well, I can still dance. I'm black. Like, if it wasn't for Adonis, you remember this New Boys? Yeah, I remember the New Boys. Chris, get the membership, buddy. You like it here? Oh, Simply Danielle says, Chris, get your membership, big fella. Where's your membership, Chris? Get your membership. I got way more tunes to this, but I can't. I can't play all the tunes. Any questions before I continue reading some of these comments? You can always become a member. Please don't forget to hesitate to donate in a super chat if you wanted to jump on your topic, if you have a question that you want the audience to actually respond to. If you guys agree with what Mr. Jackson said, please comment true. I saw you dancing. He's really gets it in. Yeah. Oh. I just back home. Don't come for me like that. Just say you plead the fifth, man. Chris, it's okay. You plead the fifth. You know, you a civilian now. You a civilian, big fella. He's giving up. Military, right? Damn. With that mentality, military, huh? Giving up so easily. Damn, don't let Russia know. We're cooked. Plead the fifth. Got you, brother. Chris. Plead the fifth. Nah, that's Mr. Jackson. That's crazy. That's terrible. Here's another comment. Can you please tell people Black History Month is only for Black Americans? Ooh. You know what, Jeff? I'll make a video on that tomorrow. Chris! 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 Chris said give a where? Military shit. You ain't gang. Look at who you came with. Mr. Jackson, clap back for years. Listen, give a where? Nah, stop it. 1%. Military. Military. I forgot my mic was hooked up. I'm playing the music and talking at the phone like I'm diabolical. Yo. Oh, man. What? Nah. Mr. Jackson! Hold on. I'm sorry. Mr. Gang. Look at who you came with. Civilian. Civilian. Chris. Civilian. Oh my God. Brother, stop it with the drunk lives. $2 in a donation. Hold on. Hold on. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. On this Black History Month, I'm sorry, we strictly gang shit. You ain't gang gang. Look at who you came with. Yeah. Two legends going back to back. To be honest with you, I didn't expect Mr. Jackson to come back like that. Miss Chris just got home, straight from the military. They got good benefits over there. Mr. Jackson, he's paid it for it. You blasted, go to sleep. Oh no, I'm sober. And why aren't you a member, SOV724? Where's your membership? If you guys agree, comment yes in the chat. Mr. Jackson came back in and said, I'm not military, but I does this, big fella. I'm a gambling addict. Chris went silent. Chris didn't expect them apples. I did not expect Mr. Jackson. I thought he was gonna chill. Chris went silent. SOV, we are waiting for you to become a member. And people that are on the broadcast, join the membership, man. Become a member. It only costs $5 for you to have a badge and have a green name in this live stream so we could get to know you like Coco, Simply Danielle. Chris W007, we wasn't talking about you, but you know what? You the Chris today. Join with the membership chat. It's only $5. It's easy. Like you get a whole month for being a member. Easy. All right. Nursey Nessie with the membership. Nursey Nessie. Damn girl. Girl said. It seems the above 878 with the membership. Oh, with the membership, big fella. With the membership, Nurse Nessie in the above 878. 2 members in the chat. Diabolical behavior. Flabbergastly sensational. Hold on. Chris actually responded in the chat. Chris says, Happy Black History Month. All month. I'll do it later. Stay safe, my brother. SOV. Until next time, G. Chat, yes or no? Do y'all think that Chris is bluffing right now? Or he really pleads the fifth? If you think he pleads the fifth, comment 5 in the chat. Comment 5 in the chat. If he doesn't plead the fifth and you think he's bluffing, comment no. I don't know, big fella. This is getting intense. Chris says he's pleading the fifth. Chris says he's pleading the fifth. Don't make me do it. It's a movie. Man said, don't make me do it. bro. They said my president is black and my Lambo is blue. Adonis, when them Africans told Greasy, asked them if they know anything about the Buffalo Soldiers seriously. I wrote it down. Nah, Mr. Jackson. Hey, I'm coming with Mr. Jackson and Chris every time. I'm on their tab. But Chris coming back when we least expect it. It's the way he did us earlier. Oh, so y'all believe it, Chris? Chris said, don't make him do it. I got you, bro. The above 878. Thank you, bro. No, thank you. You just gave me some more ammunition. We can actually ask these Africans, do you know about the Buffalo Soldiers? Oh, I don't know. It's the first of the month. It is the first of the month. Mr. Jackson quietly waiting in the cut. Everybody's sitting there on their toes right now. They're all sitting there waiting, wondering what will happen. Adonis, what special prayers did you pray up to? It is raining donations. No special prayers. Everybody keeps thinking that black Americans are poor or uneducated. Like we don't have one of the biggest economic communities in America. Like we don't do this money shit. Chris is too quiet. We put our heads down, work, and then when you least expect it, we come out of nowhere and make these haters submit. If 100% disability veterans, they could go a couple more rounds. If 100% disabled veteran, this could go about. Nah, I don't know. I think Chris is up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jackson really came in hard on that one. Like I don't want to count him out though. We gotta believe a little bit, right? Fila is in the building. Fila, I haven't seen you in a minute, big fella. I'm 100% disabled vet. What's up? You know they having donation wars in here. Mr. Jackson is top tier in this live stream right now. It's on a whole nother level, big fella. I post on all your videos still. I've seen you a couple times on my comments. Oh, I've seen you a couple times on my comments, but this Jackson been flossing. Mr. Jackson's been flossing for a couple of nights. Hold on. Fila just gifted 10 gifted memberships in the broadcast. John Hancock, Dal Go Int, Cassing 1, Shade of Sins, King Lindo TV, Victory Love, Colby Lee 9058, Del Blazin, Sportless 735, Mo 1123 have all received new memberships in this live stream straight from Fila. Thanks to the membership, Fila. Baby, the blessings on blessings. On this Black History Month, we turning up. My first live. Well, welcome to the Vibe Squad. You're here with the best of them, the great ones, the legendary ones. Fila came in hard. Since I've been gone, but I've been in the cut. Salute to everyone on Black History Month. Here's a new comment. This is a long comment. Pay attention. Listen. Lock in. If you have a horse, you sell your horse. The horse you sold becomes the winner of the Kentucky Derby. The horse retires and is given a good home that they earned. You find out, and now you want some of that winnings of the horse because the horse used to belong to you? Are you entitled to the winnings of the horses that you sold? Now go back and think about Black Americans. Also, we were called Negroes, exactly, but there are places in the Carolinas where they knew we were called Hebos or Hebrews. You sold a particular people. Specifically, the people who were from the Songhai Empire, who weren't originally from Africa. It's fine because they think Black Americans are so dumb. But they are in their own country being slaughtered by not only each other, but were colonized in the land that originated from. At least we were dropped here. Africans are afraid of white people. Keep that in mind. They don't like that we talk back to them. So it's hard for them to understand why we are so bold in our approaches to things, even willing to die because of it. They don't have that in them until they get it in them. That was from Tahira McGee. Insane. Could that be it? Could it be because we're so bold when we sit down and step back and push back on situations? Could it be because our confidence when we're addressing against the oppressors, and we talk with such bold chest? Do you think that because we are not winning the war, we have not stomped on these people? Whoa, do you know over 100 Nigerians just unalive? Chris Bailey just became a new member. Chris, welcome to the vibes. Welcome to the vibes. Chris became a new member. I'm asking you. Maybe I should ask them. Look, hey, Mr. Jackson. Hey. Oh, Jax. Look at this comment from Khalil SRT. Kicked you off the panel and then lied about it. Boy, what can I tell you about these Africans and these pan goofies? What's crazy is we've been over here longer than most white folks, but they're considered American, but we're not. Black History Month. You should do some content on our inventions since you worldwide and shut them up. That cowboy got me. Yo, chat. Yo, chat. I'm. That's how you subtle flex, though, right? Like, that's how you subtle. Like, I think that's how you like subtle flex because when you watch my clothes, like I feel like I dress like pretty modest. You don't really see me wearing crazy brands or anything like that. I'm very modest, very modest type of guy. Like, I'm not really the flashy type of guy. Like I'm more just chill, relaxed, calm, and stuff like that. But I guess these people don't know how us like Black American culture is because you sit down and you like Iceman, let them know. Iceman with the clap that Iceman. Hold on. Think it was seven. Jack Black, I love how you pointed out all the facts in the video. Jack Black with the $5 super chat donation. All right, we're going to address Iceman's comment, and we're going to address Jack Black. Jack Black, what do you mean by what points? What do you mean? Um, Man sat there and tried to push a narrative. He was like, "Oh yeah, and your fake cowboy hat, fake." You do know I'm like from New York, right? Fake. And I didn't want to flex. Like I really didn't want to flex, And I wasn't trying to like, nah. But he just gave me the perfect opportunity. Like, no, this is a Stetson. It's like somebody wrote that actually in the comments. I think it was somebody who's actually in this live stream. Hold on, I seen their comment. Let me see. I think it's a guy named Jack. He's a member as well. Hold on. He wrote because one of you guys. Oh yeah, Jack F9C said Stetson is top of the line like Cavenders when it comes to cowboy boots. And I'm like, shout out to all the South, the people from the South. And I was gonna say the original cowboys were Black Americans, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to distract myself from the point in that video, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna save that for another conversation. Matter of fact, that might be another video I might make just for Black American history. Like, did you know like where a lot of these stuff come from? But that's what it comes down to. Like when I sit down and I look at this situation, the first cowboys, white men, were called cattlemen. Yeah, what's a fake cowboy hat? I had a video with me talking to this Nigerian man. He's like, let me go get my cowboy hat. And he put on a Mexican hat, and I had to tell him like, that's not a cowboy hat, that's a Mexican hat. And he was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, yeah. And then this one says a fake cowboy hat. Like, what do you like? No disrespect. Like, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, first of all, you shouldn't try to shame people for the clothes that they wear. Like, it don't really matter. None of that stuff matters. If as long as you have a good family and you're happy with everything, none of that matters. But it just so happens that you just had to, talk to me because I was going to the Beyonce, another Black American. I was going to Cowboy Carter to, so I got the hat because a lot of people had bad hats during Cowboy Carter, and I was like, I'm going to get a nice, real cowboy hat, and this is one of them. I got mad at the hats. Didn't he say a cowboy was someone who rode a cows? Yes, yes. The Nigerian man said, "A cowboy, you riding cows?" Interesting fact: the Lone Ranger was based on a black man named Bass Reeves, born into slavery, escaped into Indian land. Odd, if we're weren't natives. Odd if we weren't natives, and became a martial capture criminal. I don't like disrespect of my Black American. The Lone Ranger. Hold on. You giving me ideas for videos. Hold on. And I rise and I rise. I meant odd if he wasn't a native. That's what I was thinking. Yes, yes. If you're asking whether the Lone Ranger was a black man, the correct answer is the fictional Lone Ranger is written as a white Texas Ranger. That part is not debatable. But if you're asking whether the Lone Ranger was based on a real black man, the argument is strong and far more serious than people admit. Bass Reeves. Ha! 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 All right, so hold on. What? Oh my God. I'm literally gonna have to make so much Black history content. I didn't know this. Man said Django was a G, just like John Horse. I swear. Hold on. Mo, welcome to the broadcast. Ma, I didn't even know you were still here. I swear. I don't know about y'all, but I love hearing about successful Black Americans with character traits that are similar to me. Like I said, Buffalo Soldiers, yeah. Character traits that are similar to me, you know? History that they erased from us so we didn't even know how fucking awesome we are. And we thought that we were just special, but it all came down to our lineage. People in our bloodlines that were special, just as special as us. This is something that's been built in us for a very long time. It's crazy how they could just erase history like that and recreate it in a different way. That's crazy. John Horse, who escaped captivity by starving himself and slipping between prison bars. $18.12. Buffalo Nickel. I sent the link a while ago, like 3 episodes ago. That's crazy, man. Wow. Bro. 1800s. Yo. Sorry, I'm like 1800s. 3 generations. 4. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You only have 3 or 4 generations until you're irrelevant. I believe personally that the name of the game to life is to be remembered. The end all of the game to life is to be remembered. If I can name a couple of names, Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Adolf Hitler, we all remember these guys' names. James Brown, Michael Jackson, Little Richard. You can't tell me the name, except for Michael Jackson because it's fairly new, but the name of their children today. But we all remember their name throughout history and time. George Washington Carver. After 3 generations, like hear me when I say this. Really pay attention, like think about it. After 3 generations, if you don't do nothing significantly impactful in your life that changes the perspective of your lineage, of your bloodline, you have the possibility to never, ever exist. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, you can't tell me the life that your great-great-grandmother lived. You'll have to go and do some research. You could probably do that, but I'm talking about like, you can't really tell me the life they lived. Or her mother before that. Unless you have good documentation. Not saying you do it. I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm just being simplistic right now, generalizing, you know what I mean? So, like, for me, that's what I think about every day. Work my ass off. Work my ass off. Can you talk about Argentina, how they eliminated the Black population? That might get me banned. That might get me banned. We're not African, bro, and nobody's talking about our true ancestors that fought in World War I and so on. We're fighting 7 groups of people at the same time, but this is look. I agree with you. That's the reason why I stepped up to plate to start making this type of content and having these particular conversations. This is the reason why I was so passionate about stepping up, because I felt like we all sit down and have these conversations, but nobody really wanted to put themselves out there. All of these Black American people that we grew up and acknowledged, they sacrificed their lives for us to be here. When nobody believed in them, when nobody backed them, and only after a certain amount of time, people was able to back them and support them to even get to the position that they in. They did what was right because they felt like it was right, and they was ready to risk their lives and risk their careers and risk everything they was doing just so they could give the next generation an opportunity. And that's what I wanted to do. When I started doing these interviews and I started having these conversations with these people, and I started to really talk and break down the psychological aspect of this game, my objective was to teach people in the Black American community on how to respond to these people when they're sitting down saying, you don't know where you come from. Notice that no people say you don't know where you come from no more. Now it's more about, okay, you're African. Before they were saying, you don't know where you come from. That was the biggest talk, the same script. You don't know. Notice nobody's saying you don't know where you come from no more. Now everybody's mentioning the census. Yeah, let's talk about paperwork. Cologne, I need to buy a new one. I need a designer. Yo, Jeff, if you want a cologne, bro, try this. Like it's not a like. Go smell it. Just go smell it. Like it's stronger with you. Like this is my go-to right now. Like I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's Armani. It's Imperial Armani. This is like, it's called Amber. This is what I'm wearing right now. This shit is the bomb, bro. This is like really, really good. So like, but also like get some woody, like any type of woody type of cologne, you know? Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Ooh, this Valentino smell good too. I'm not gonna front. I might start wearing a Valentino. Shit, I got a lot of colognes. Not everyone's saying Black, especially on X. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not everybody's saying the Black. Exactly. Black was a term used to build a connection with Africans during the Pan-African movement. Once it failed due to Africans saying we're not the same as FBA, switch it over our culture name instead. Exactly. Yeah, I'm back outside. Chris Bailey, what you mean you back outside? What you mean you back outside? Oh, he said he just got in the house. Now he back outside. Oh. Nah, bro. Jackson said you plead the fifth, Chris. I'm sorry. Jackson said you plead the fifth. Everybody said it was cool. You know, we was like, all right, you know, it's cool. Hold on. Some of these comments getting blocked. Get the wood. Get that wood, honey. Yeah, it used to be me, no Black, to everyone Black now. Yeah. But that's the reason why, like, you know, I kind of just, and then I kind of just felt like it was very important in Black and African American use administrative terms. I'd say this, like, you know, like whenever I'll tell you this, like when y'all see, my advice to everybody who's watching, calculated retreat, bro. That's such a military reference. That's what they said about Vietnam too. We still lost. um, what got you back on the FBA talk? At one point, you said you were steering away from it. I'm proud of you for not backing down. Um, so I did. I took a little break. That's a good question. I took a break from making FBA conversations and I started focusing on cleaning up my brand. It's one of the reasons why I only post this type of stuff on YouTube and haven't really posted none of that stuff on my TikTok or Instagram. If you look at my channel, it's all clean stuff. But then I started to notice a lot of Black Americans were starting to make content on this particular situation, but they were handling it wrong. A lot of them were feeling passionate and arguing and calling people derogatory names and stuff like that. And then it changed from Black Americans don't know where they're from to FBAs are so aggressive and they're anti-black and all this different type of stuff, and they hate Africans and stuff like that. So then I said to myself, like, somebody got to come back and show these people, show our community how to properly do this. You know, it's okay to sit down and be passionate and know the scriptures and know the history and stuff like that. But you need a representation, because the only person that was out like really going hard was Tariq Nasheed. And you know Tariq Nasheed, like, you know how he moved. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just his style of moving. I just didn't think that that was an appropriate way. And I didn't want to entice people to respond back to Africans and Caribbeans, but not understand how to respond back appropriately. So with the videos that I make now, it's like very important for them to see me get, you know, these people talk crazy, to see all of this different type of stuff, but at the same time, see how I handle it and how I have these conversations so they can conduct themselves in a more appropriate manner that aligns with what we're actually trying to do. So that's the reason, one of the main reasons, and what officially made me come back was when Antonio Talks made that video saying the FBA problem, which was diabolical to me because he built such a big platform on talking about Black American topics just for him to turn around and spit on the face of the Black Americans and, that built his whole platform. And I thought it was just wild to me. Like, every single time African or Caribbean, God is in control. Thank you for the membership. Appreciate you, my guy. Or sis. It looks like a girl. I think it's a girl. Thank you so much for the membership. The true legend. Hold on. God is in control. Can we get a W in the chat for God is in control? Can we get a W in the chat for God is in control? Can we get a W in the chat for God? Can we get a W in the chat for God is in control? New membership in the chat. New membership in the chat. Can we get a W for the new membership in the chat? Yeah, we always gonna hype up the new member. Let me calm down. Because Simply Danielle, let me calm down because I gotta calm down because Simply Danielle screen recorded me giving somebody a shout out and acting diabolical. And I was embarrassed and I laughed the hell out of myself. And I looked like a complete goofball. But it was funny as hell. So let me chill out because sorry, my personalities are crazy. You know, please be the change you want to see and post as much as possible on your platform. Eventually, someone will see the content. It's going to come a time. Wait, what? Did I miss that? I swear my algorithm don't play because I didn't see the discourse of all that till you came back and I saw how they talk to you in them chat rooms like you're the one talking crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Which one better, Strong With You, the perfume or Amber? They both 100. You know what? Jeff, give me a second. Give me a minute. I'll make a video and I'll spray a couple of them and I'll like put the tags to them that I'm gonna rank, like, which, matter of fact, I should make a video. I'm gonna make a video talking about like the clones I think that are solid right now that'll work. That from what I have. Like, I got some YSL, I got some Givenchy, I got some Valentino, I got some Struggle With You. So I'll make a video and I'll give it a test and I'll tell you and I'm like, I think this is a solid one. So just give me like 2-3 days. Yeah, everybody kept, when I came back into talking about this Black American topic, everybody kept looking at me like I'm the person that's being diabolical. You know, like I'm the person that's calling people crazy things. And I'm like, nah, like you can't pull up a video of me ever talking in that type of situation or that type of capacity. You can't ever look at me and just be like, I'm the diabolical one. No. You must got me confused. And then they act like they don't know. They act like they're going to sit here and talk to me any type of way. And I'm supposed to just, you know, crash out. Why would I crash out? You acting like a fool, not me. You crash out. Thank you for the GGs, my guys. Yeah, give the people some recommendations for Valentine. Yes. All right, I'll do that. I'm not gonna lie. If you need me to back you up when having instructive discussions when it comes to history in respectable manner, let me know. Been in history major since I learned of the Romans. Ooh, I'm always encouraging. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna make this very clear. Some of the people in our particular community, the viewers, need to stand on code. You need to start frowning upon the people who are giving these people excuses. Some people sit down and be like, bro, like what? Like, y'all, you're better than me. You're better. I'm like, no, I'm not better than you. I just understand that I'm a representation of you. I'm a representation of you. If I go up and have these conversations with these people and I crash out and tell them, suck my, curse them out and do all this crazy stuff, how is that gonna make you look? How's that gonna make you feel? Woo! The above 8787 with the high five. Appreciate you, my guy. You know? And that's how you have to hold your content creators who specifically talk about these things. Just because you're FBA doesn't make you automatically on code. There's plenty I don't agree with, but we family. When we say on code, well, let's say when I say on code, I'm talking about the way you conduct yourself. All foundational Black Americans have their own perspectives of how they feel is the best way for Black Americans to approach different situations and standards. For me, when it comes down to this, fine, we can all have different ways. Some people think that reparations is for land and money. Some people think that it's for taxes. Everybody can have their own opinion on that. Cool. But for me, when I say on code, I'm talking about I'm gonna act like I got some sense. I'm gonna act like I know that I have a huge ass platform and people are looking, and I'm not sitting here trying to make people laugh. I'm not sitting here trying to make people be funny. I'm sitting here making this content and talking to these people, and I understand that what I say and what I do has a reaction to you because they can't find, just like the guy said, I feel so proud that right now they say, oh yeah, you talk crazy to African. I say, give me one video, find me one video. Find me one video of me talking crazy to Africans and Caribbeans. One. One video. You can't find me one video of me talking crazy to Africans or saying something disrespectful to Africans or Caribbeans. Not one. God's in control. You just became a member today. Welcome to the Vibe Squad. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Quick question. What made you become a member? And I pride myself of that because they can never use that against me. They can't say that you talk bad about Africans. No, there's no video of me talking bad about Africans. So what can you say now? And I'm FBA. Oh, you guys hate Africa. Nope, I don't. I have interesting conversations with Africans every day. What else can you say? You talk so, nope, you can't find one video of me talking like that. What can you say? You have to speak logically and be historically accurate when we have these conversations when it pertains to me. Oh, but you're the minority. You're not the majority. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Why? How can you generalize and marginalize a whole group of people based off the few experiences you have with some people, but don't generalize and marginalize the whole group of people when you meet someone who conducts themselves in a way that acts like they got some fucking sense? Excuse my language. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like you're so quick to put this negative stigma on all FBAs or all Black Americans, but when you meet a Black American who conducts themselves in a very civilized way and you watch his video after video after video, you watch after video after video after video of your community being diabolically distasteful and ignorant. And because what? Because what? Because I sit down and I record that stuff and then I give commentary on what I'm thinking because you guys don't let me speak at all in your particular spaces at all. I give commentary on it and your community looks goofy as hell. You're mad at me because how they respond, how they act? Come on. Come on. Come on. Is there some direction in Iceman all certified? Certified. Iceman with the all certified. Yeah, like come on, bro. Shout out to Iceman. Is there some direction in terms of research that you can give those who want to do work to learn more about themselves? First, I would tell them to start by doing genealogy. Google the definition of genealogy and understand the concept of what genealogy is. Secondly, I would tell them to go speak to their grandmother or grandfather Ask them for pictures, videos, documentation of their parents and their grandparents. Once you do that, like that's the first three steps I'll tell you. Like go speak to your grandparents as quickly as possible. Try to get pictures of your mom when you was young. Try to get relive those moments, you know? Because like when I went back to my grandmother's house, you know, and I had to sit down and I knew the history. I knew these moments of me with my great great grandmother and all these different types of things. I knew this. We grew up with, but we take it for granted. So I sat down with my grandmother again and I said, "Who's this person? Can you explain to me? These people I met, but I was a child when I met them, and we got pictures together, and we were just super young. And I had to break down my lineage and ask her, like, who's this person? Who's that person? Who's this? Yeah, go through those photo albums, you know, so like that's my best advice I can tell you. Like go meet your grandparents, like any one of them from any side, and just like start asking them, like, can you show me pictures of your mother and your grandmother? When were they born? You know, and then that's how you start getting information, and then that's where like things become a little bit easier. So yeah, that's what helps. You know, hopefully, hopefully you still have grandparents to do that too. Do you listen to Hood Smart? To be honest, I don't listen to pretty much anybody at this point in time. I try not to consume other content creators' content because I don't want to be influenced by the direction of the way they shoot content. I want to do my own research. I have to do that. I have a big family, so the task of it all is what stops me. Just go to the grands, go to any of your grandparents, and you'll find all that particular stuff. Thinks no problem. Like literally, I've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with other foundational Black Americans, and I think that the way we as a community sit down and have these conversations should be very mindful because it's a very personal subject. You know, where you from, who your parents are. Like, bro, before I got into all this Black American talks and stuff like that, I didn't know much about myself or my history. You know, I just knew I was a Black American. So yeah, record them as the recall their younger years. You get a lot of info. Yeah, yeah. So look. For me, what happened was like and then I started putting these videos, which helped me so much. I think some of you guys even seen the videos, some of my videos with my family. I grabbed my videos and I used them as points of reference. I have a video that I posted in like a couple of my videos of my grandmother breaking down my family tree. Like, oh yeah, she was born in 1864. She's from Atlanta. She's from Virginia. Like if you've seen like a lot of my videos, you've seen like a couple of times my grandmother speaking to a lady, and it was my grandmother. She's breaking down. Yeah, she was born in 1864 or 1840. You know what I mean? So yeah, if my grandmother was alive, she'll be 100 years old. She comes from a farm in Florida and moved to the north during the Great Migration. Wow. Unfortunately, all my grandparents are gone, but my parents and their siblings might have the info. Go down that family tree, and just document it. FBA for FBA. You're going big time. I appreciate it, Lala. I appreciate it. Good content. Thank you so much. I try every day. Hey, don't hesitate. Become a member. Join the community. Most people, great grandparents are going to be from Virginia. Yeah. I love how you done the research and spit straight facts. You just got gifted a membership, Millennia. You got gifted a membership. I don't even know if you noticed that. I love how you done the research. Yeah, I had to. Like I'm gonna tell you my story. I'm gonna tell you my story. Um, my granny on my dad's side died in '97. She was born in 1905. Her father was born in 1884. They're from Alabama. Slavery wasn't abolished illegally until 1995. There, my great grandfather was a slave. Wow. Started a tree on ancestry. It's worth. Trust me. Thanks for the gift. Thank you. Thank you for the 100%. Thank you for the gift. Um, when I first got onto X, this is a true story. I told it several times, so some of you guys might have been here before when I told it. When I first got onto X, and I started to like do these interviews. When I started doing these interviews in the UK, um, it started when like this one girl said like, "Oh, black people over there don't even know where they come from," and she was with this white girl, and the white girl started laughing and trying to jump into the conversation. We had to put in check like, "Oh, slow down, white girl. You still white," you know. Had to tell her about herself real quick. Like, yeah, you're tripping. Um, I was on X, and these FBAs tried to press me to know about my lineage type shit. But the way they was going about it was just highly disrespectful and distasteful, and I just genuinely didn't like it because they was trying to size me up. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it wasn't that. It was just the way they felt entitled for me to sit down and talk to them like they was the gatekeepers of Black American culture. YouTube changed it. I don't know. It looked like that. I found my family PD on mama's side. She was born in 1925 in Quincy, Florida. YouTube changed it. I don't know. It looked like that. A older FBA sat down and told me, your name, told me that I needed to know my history because if people start asking me questions, I need to know how to respond. So then I went back home to New York City and spoke to my mother, my grandmother, my father, and they broke down their lineages and their history and stuff like that. And then I documented and made videos of that stuff. So those videos I had on my phone, and whenever people started asking me, when I got to the video where I was in London, and this Caribbean guy with this red hair was asking me, "Are you Black American? You're African American?" I was like, "No, I'm a Black American." He's like, "Well, it don't make sense." I was like, "How it don't make sense?" He's like, "Viral, viral." And I had the video of when I was in New York speaking to my grandmother, and she was telling me our family tree and her mother, her grandmother, and stuff like that. And I just put that in the video, so I didn't have to explain it. My grandmother explained it in the video at the same time. So if you saw that, comment me in the chat. If you've seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. Comment me in the chat, just so I know that we on the same page. But yeah, and I just started putting my stuff inside my video because I remember sitting down having a conversation with a couple foundational Black Americans on X, and they were sitting there like, "Oh, talking crazy, talking greasy about me," and I'm like, they're like, "Oh yeah, you're not a foundational Black American. You're this, you're that." And I said, "What if I am though? Like, who you gotta prove to me? I don't gotta prove shit to y'all. Who y'all? Like, I don't know y'all. Like, I don't know y'all." But now my videos and all my history is all documented inside of my content, and the way I talk and the way I articulate stuff and everything like that. It's just like, you know. So for the people that's watching, the Millennium, I'm gonna call you Mel. Mel with the floated hearts. Thank you so much. I tell you this, you feel me? Like, I'm gonna tell you this, and I want you to understand this. Fun fact: Black American lead by FBA Jazz and Blues musical travels to Eastern Europe. Even Sovereign Union promotes Black artistry, making our music being played there. Former revolution. Facts. That's a fact. This is Black American content that's played out here. Melanin, like the skin, melanin. But don't say your name is Melania, like Trump. Like, I'll say this. Look, that's lit. Melanin. I never knew that's how you spell it, but okay. Don't let pardon you with the hey poop, happy poop. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't let other people live through your experiences. You know, most of all of this stuff is social constructs. Always keep that in mind when we talk about these conversations. Don't take it too seriously and don't take it too far. Don't let yourself get wrapped up into the hate and animosity and the toxicity of all of this stuff. Understand that none of these things are real. They are social construct and they do not matter. Only we make them matter. In reality, they do not matter. Only we in the matrix make them matter. If you understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, comment yes in the chat. All right. That's a true perspective. Amen. Yeah, I have to keep reminding people that I have to. Like, I think it's pardon. Thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate you. I have to. I have to keep reminding people that because, dude, I'm joining. Don't kick me. Transferring my money. I'm not kicking you, bro. Um, look, I have to keep reminding people that I need to start saying this in my videos because it's important for people to take themselves out of this matrix illusion of everything. I need to start saying this in my videos. Like, this is not real. This is a talking point in the matrix. It is not, it does not matter. For people that are in the broadcast, thank you so much for being here. Please don't hesitate to support the channel by becoming a member. Click the link that's pinned in the comments. You could become a member. It only costs $5. You'll have a green membership, just like everybody else in the chat, and it'll be easier for us to actually communicate. Also, you'll be shouted out in the next video that's popping up, and at the same time, you'll be featured on the profile as showing love to the members. All right. You also get access to the members only content, which reminds me, I have to make some members only content because I have a couple things that I need to say. Some personal stuff that I can't really talk about here. In my members only content, I talk about more personal stuff, relationships, stuff that I can't really talk about online because people would just use it against me. So donate in the super chat if you want to, write a message if you donate in the super chat so we can read it out loud, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But yeah, I love this job. I really do. I just know that I have to have my due diligence. And with every single video level I've done, you got a whole lot of shout outs today. I know. Did you see the video I posted today? You see that list of people that I had to shout out in today's video? Bro, it was like the whole screen. It was like the whole screen, bro. Like it was the first time I took a screenshot of the whole screen, and it was like, damn, like new videos on YouTube. I have a new video on YouTube, and I think it's a really good video. So yes, like God, I was like, bro, and I'm sitting there trying to say their names. It was like, to be honest with you, I'd be thinking that some people don't even make it to the end of my videos. That video was 40 minutes long. I love long videos. Pause. I love creating long videos. Do you prefer longer videos than shorter videos? I'm about to check it out on YouTube. Sorry. Don't views have the attention span on TikTok? What does that mean? Thank you, broskies. I saw the video of those. Hold on. Video of those disrespectful people that kept cutting you off. Yeah, that's the video I'm talking about, McQueen. Actually, hold on. Speaking about that's what we was actually doing. Hold on. Try Nero said, "Wow, thank you for sharing this experience." Members. Brandy Owens, 2732 said, "The African that came here as slaves were getting mopped. Black American rose up against the white people, not the African slaves. Duh. Otherwise, slavery wouldn't have lasted so long." Another member, that old ass dude, another member, says, Nurse Nessie said, "Your true supporters are always going to love longer videos because they enjoy your personality. For those who don't, they just skip through." Sometimes I'll be thinking that I'll be doing a little bit too much in these videos. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sometimes I'll be sitting down thinking to myself, like, bro, you probably be going too crazy when you be responding to some of these interactions and these chats. Sometimes you be doing a bit too much, bro. I be thinking to myself, like, seriously. But you know what? It's cool. I try my best every single time. I don't know. Regardless of that, here are a couple comments that we received on some of the videos, from the videos. One from that old ass dude. So we're supposed to sit back and take it when Africans call us akata, the other derogatory terms? Just trade in one oppressor for another? but tell all black Americans how Africans embraced and Congress went to American presidents and Congress and said that our reparations had to go through Africa since our ancestors came from Africa. But it really not about reparations for me. It's about respect. The average black American citizen doesn't trip off what's going on outside of America. So how are we disrespecting y'all? If you don't want nothing, don't bring nothing, flat out. Nah, like, we're not supposed to sit here. Listen, we're not supposed to sit here. Look, I'm gonna make this clear. I need to make this clear in the video as well. Look, we're not supposed to sit here and just take this stuff that Africans are behaving and doing to us. That's not what I'm telling you guys to do. But I'm taking you guys to strategically position yourselves in a way where it kind of makes the interaction beneficial for you and your lineage. It doesn't matter. As African can sit down and say whatever the hell they want to you. But if you're on a platform that is social media and it's marketed and pushed out internationally, my videos, be honest, true or false, from you watching my videos, it doesn't matter, one video, two videos, it doesn't matter, any one of my videos. Have you watched one of my videos and was like, wow? Yes, comment yes. If you've watched one of my videos and was like, wow. Like, I want to know. Like, I genuinely want to know. Anybody who's watching, have you ever watched any one of my videos and was like, wow? That's what's important. That's what's important. So if that's you, if you watched any one of my videos and was like, wow, that's what I'm talking about. The most detrimental thing is what I'm doing right now. Because I'm sitting down and I'm allowing you to come up to your own perspective of what's going on. I'm sitting down and taking the BS and conducting myself appropriately. So the only villains in this particular storyline are the people that are acting derogatory and belligerent. So you get to let them show their asses, and I don't show my ass. When I type in the title Black American versus African American, and people look at that online, and white people look at that online, they're gonna see Africans acting diabolical and all Black Americans looking fine. When I make a video saying Africans are better than Black Americans, and then I show you in the video Africans, the white people are gonna be looking, and all these other people are like, how are they better? Well, the Black American's sitting there in the suit looking very accomplished and mature. Do you see? Do you see the game? Huh? So they can call me all the katas they want. That shit feels great for them. My video go viral. And the world is looking at that. And it's Black History Month. They got so pissed. When America started realizing how those Brits was talking about us. Ooh. Oh yeah, they were pissed. Yeah. When the whole world in America started turning on Black Brits, African, Caribbean Brits, they got so pissed. That's power. You calling me a kata, you calling me a bitch, you calling me a son of a slave, that's not power. Nah. The power is unionizing, building up a community of people who can know how to articulate and respond back to the highest level. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Sticks and stones won't break my bones. But these views will forever hurt you. Big fella. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but these views will forever hurt you. Big fella, all right? My flabbergasted be gassed at what they say sometimes. Exactly. FBAs don't have to say a word exactly. Exactly. See, you're getting it now. I don't have to curse them out. No. Bro, what's with this dust in the air, bro? Bro, can somebody tell me what is dust? That's a good question. What is dust? But to be fair, I haven't opened my window in like a week now. But it's so cold outside. I should open up my window. Dead skin? So this is some funky ass air. This is some funky ass air. And I am in an old ass building around a whole bunch of old ass people. Get a humidifier. I live in an old ass Romanian building built during communistic times. My next door neighbor is an old ass Romanian white lady. Across from her is another old ass Romanian white woman. When I come out of the building, you know, they speak in Romanian. They say, oh, frumoșilor, which means, oh, beautiful one. That's what these ladies say. Like, they speak Romanian. They be sitting there talking about me, you know? I'm like, oh, frumoșilor. That's like, oh, beautiful one. The beautiful one, you know? These old ass ladies. I swear. But this is the type of shit that I be talking about in my members only content because I got some shit to talk about. I got a couple of things I need to talk about that I can't really talk about here. I'll keep it in. I'm gonna make a members only video. I need to go food shopping too. Like, so every time I go to food shop, I usually make a members only video. So I'm gonna go food shopping probably tomorrow, a day after tomorrow, and I'm gonna make a members only video because I gotta tell you some shit, some shit about. I gotta tell y'all some shit. Regular life shit, you know? So, life shit, guy shit, you know, just shit I be thinking about. Yeah. Like, yeah, you're easy on the eyes. What you mean I'm easy? What you mean I'm easy on the eyes? Yo, some chick, man, I want to know. Listen, that's members only content, bro. Members only content, because I can talk about a lot of other stuff. Like, some chick in the comments, right? She wrote, hold on, hold on, I'm gonna look for it. I gotta find out what she wrote. She wrote something like, so one of the chicks in the side of the comments wrote something like, damn, I wasn't expecting all that when you looking all handsome or some shit like that. She said some shit like that. Hold on, I'm gonna find the comment. Because at the end of my video, I kind of like had to flex on him, like, what, bro? I guarantee you I look better than you. I had like in the video, like, you know, I had to tell him, like, you know, like I guarantee you, because I know I look better than these guys. And I'm just keeping it real, like, no funny shit. I don't want to be the one to flex, you know, but bro, I know I look better than these guys. Like, these guys who be talking, you know how I know I look better than them? Because they never got their camera on. That's how I know I look better than these guys. Hold on, but some chick said something that's funny as hell, like had me looking at the video clip over. She said something like, you know, oh man, like I was taken off guard by that, you sitting there looking all handsome and shit. Cause I put a video on in my video clip. That shit was funny. You're not conceited, you're just confident. But you wanna know something? I'm definitely not conceited. I'm pretty confident, but I work really hard. Like, I work really hard on looking like this and dressing like this and, like, you know, keep myself together, look at my skincare routines and stuff like that. So like I'm a really solid guy, going to the gym, staying in shape, eating well, learning how to cook. I could really cook right now, like really cook impressively. It's insane. But yeah, Jesus, get a load of this guy. Hold on. Cause you know what? It said Jesus. Man said Jesus, get a load of this guy. Hold on. Am I gonna? Audio rooms, live stream, so you don't really edit. You don't know what you're talking about, do you guys? Am I gonna have to? It's chilling, and then you say your little snarky face. Bro, I guarantee you I look better than you. No funny shit. Like, I guarantee you I look better than you. No funny shit. Matter of fact, at me. And I guarantee you can't do the same. Look who you talking to. And he's like, oh yeah, you little fake cowboy hat. What's fake? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Jesus, get a load of this guy. Yeah. 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 What you mean? Yeah. Oh, chill out. Don't calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah. It's that real black American DNA. Mm-hmm. Nice smile. Yeah. You know, that's that real FBA shit right there. Like, yeah. I'm not no funky crunky. I'm not no funky stink feet ass guy. Like, nah. Yeah. Yeah. Good genes, you know? Yeah. Smelling like Armani, yeah. I got an electric toothbrush and I floss. Yeah. Some people in the hood like, why no one like me, bro? I'm like, because you're a hater. We're God's favorite. Word. We are. Well, it's my bedtime. Yeah, I gotta go too. It was great chatting with you guys. Stay blessed. You ain't that sweet. Nah, I'm not sweet. I'm sour. But it was great chatting with you guys. Great conversation. We had a good conversation in this live stream. Really interesting. Healthy, handsome, smart. Oh my. Yes, exactly. You still talking about the Batman hairline, dude? Yo. Which one? There's many of them. Bro, if that's all I need to start a channel, I need to start today. Bro, if that's all I need. Nah, you know what you need? Look, to start a channel, bro, for anybody, like you just need the consistency. That's it. Like it just comes down to consistency. You know, it took for my first video on YouTube, it took me 1 month to get 1,000 views on this channel. My first video took 1 month to get 1,000 views, and I was sitting there just like promoting it. The guy with the curtains, bro, was dying. Yeah, your mom's curtains. You see them curtains behind you? That's your mom's curtains. Ah, bro, that's your mom's curtains. Oh, Hamza, you missed everything, bro. We had a crazy. When tax time hit, I might send you a few. Notice he said, I might send you a few bucks. She didn't say, I will. He said, I might send you a few bucks. I don't need you to send me a few bucks on tax time. You could get a membership for just $5. $5. It's nothing. You know, it's just $5. He said, when tax time hit, I'm getting money. I know I am. But I might send you a few bucks. Send that right shorty for the membership. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, good Lord, that's crazy. I might. Diabolical. When I get money, I might support you. It's like you tell your kid, when I get money, Chris Bailey, stay blessed, y'all. I'm out. Chris, it was great vibe with you today. Stay blessed. Welcome home. We're ending this live stream as well. Oh, man. I hope you guys have a great day. Jesus, it is time for me to go. Money bag, Chris. Y'all need to get y'all a military man. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. You guys are amazing. Everybody comment bye in the chat so people who are jumping in know that the live stream's ending. My name's AdonisCrashBoom. You guys are watching Adonis Live. Please, don't forget to check out the recent video that's been uploaded on the channel right now. If you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. Don't only see me one way. And every day is a movie. I'll see you guys later. Good night, guys. We strictly gang shit. You ain't gang. Look at who you gang with. You ain't gang. New video on the channel right now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You missed it all. Stay blessed. Bye, guys. New video on the channel.
We strictly gang shit. Yeah, you ain't gang gang. Look at who you came with.